Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Oakland Raiders. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. You go quicker. Get your swarm on.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
55, 55. Hey, eat. You're not ready. Check 26, check 26.
Looking to throw. Dyson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Barber on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To throw on 2nd down, Dyson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dyson. And he will find his man on the outside. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Back to throw. Dyson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franks. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We own it. We own it.
They'll run it with Bell. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
80 weapon. 80 weapon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the eye.
Back to throw. Dyson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 7-7. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Mike, 55. Check. Here we go, D. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Looking to throw. Dyson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Back to throw. Franks. It's caught by Mike Evans. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And some room to work. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Vikings. Le'Veon Bell. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Set, ready. 60 out, 55.
On 1st and 10, Dyson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
2nd and 3. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Stop your whining.
On 1st down, Dyson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Check, 55, Mike. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On 2nd down, Barber. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Dyson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down now, it's Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Bell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Back to throw. Franks. They'll roll it. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. A super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. To throw on second down, Franks. His throw's going to be incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Franks into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Switch.
Looking to throw. Dyson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll try and run here with Barber. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Franks. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Franks. He's got Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Franks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. to throw. Franks. And Diggs has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. From the gun, Franks. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Franks. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19.
Single.
And the Vikings first down.
Recon, 132 fight. My spot forward. Push him back. Let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Evans, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them yeet up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Running is Barber. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dyson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dyson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 1.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after here coming up. And the lead is now 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium, and the Giants have extended their lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big